Hey guys, the Mix here, and you're watching Tap That Mouse. It's exciting to see how well the straw poll went. So many freaking votes. I love how you guys can choose the content every freaking week. With that said, you guys can once again, in the description below this video, can vote on next week's content. Make sure you guys like this video, it always freaking helps. Okay, so for this week, you guys voted for a gold guide. Gold making Guild Wars 2 can be somewhat difficult, but I have a few really cool tips and ways to show you that can very well optimize your gold intake each day. So let's start off with one of my personal favorite things to do. Now it's common, but many still don't know how to really optimize this. And really, they should. So this common thing is completing world events and world bosses. There are countless of T6 mats, as well as rares to exotics to be received by doing this. Now a lot of people only manage to complete maybe 2 to 4 a day because they don't know about the reset times on big servers. What I am talking about is 4 PM server time. This is a really big thing on PvE servers like Blackgate or jQuery, which I recommend guesting to do these events and bosses. You will find a huge mass of people going to do world events, one after another, completing these things in minutes and receiving huge fat rewards in just a couple hours time. Now how you can stay on track and find out where these trains of people are, or on your own time find what events are being completed, you can use this website that I use, GW2stuff.com. Simply type it in on your web browser you're using, click the NA tab or the EU tab depending on what server you play on, and then click on the server that is home to you. Now if your server is lame sauce, like totally lame sauce and not very populated, you can guess to a bigger, more PvE productive server like Blackgate, Tarnished Coast, or jQuery. Now, in the video, you can see what events are currently taking place on the server by looking at the yellow tab to the right. If you don't know where these events are being held, for example, if you don't know where this Inquest Golem Mark II is, you can click on the tab, and it will actually show you where the event's taking place in the map it provides. After that, it's simply getting to that spot before the people complete the event to get your share of the reward. Note, these events and world bosses can only be completed once a day. Alright, so let's look at another quick way of getting gold. This quick way of getting gold is doing your daily dungeons. Now don't go doing every freaking dungeon and every freaking path, because those will take quite some time, which would lower your gold intake for the day. What you want to focus on are these 3 specific dungeons that are easy with a pug, pickup group, or aka randoms. Let's start off with looking at the most common farm dungeon, and it's been like this for quite a long time. COF, Citadel of Flames. Now, you'll want to find a group that's doing Path 1. Best if you can get guildies or friends in on this so you can repeat this. So Path 1 takes about 10 minutes to complete. That's 1 gold from your daily chest reward from that path, as well as 26 silver rewarded to you every time you complete the dungeon. Now, how you push out the extra coin from not just repeating this dungeon path is to take the tokens you're getting after each run and spending them on rare gear, not exotics. Then you're going to want to salvage them with a master kit, and you can receive ectos and silk scraps that sell for a good chunk of coin in the trading post. Note, this is the only one out of the 3 dungeons I recommend repeating over and over. This is because Path 1 of COF is very easy and fast to complete, which makes it worth your while. And another note, this dungeon's not always open. To open this dungeon, you'll need to complete the events around it. This will take up to 5 people to complete and will take around 6 minutes. Once open though, this dungeon's all yours for a while. Now if for some reason you can't open the dungeon, you can always use the website I sometimes use, GW2state.com. Once on this website, you can click the top tab Temples, and once there you can scroll down the list to see what servers have the COF dungeon door open, and then simply guess that server to enter. The next dungeon is HOT. Like, you hot girl, you hot, you know it, you know what I'm saying. Just kidding, but seriously, Honor of the Waves, Path 1 or 3. The reasons why you don't want to do Path 2 is because at the halfway point of the dungeon, things can get pretty difficult and the dungeon will become time consuming. Now Path 1 takes about 10 to 20 minutes depending on how skilled your group is. So again, for completing this dungeon the first time, you'll get your daily dungeon chest reward of 1 gold, as well as its usual drop of 26 silver. Now along the way of completing this dungeon, you'll also find yourself some pretty good freaking drops, man, that you can sell in the trading post for quite a bit. Now Path 3 takes about an extra 5 minutes. so depending on how good your group is, it can be done in about 15 to 25 minutes. So like COF, you can take these dungeon tokens and purchase rares to salvage them, turn them into ectos and other mats that sell for a good amount of gold. No, the reason why we're purchasing the rares and not the exotics is because the exotics cost way too freaking much, and you'll get more out of your tokens for purchasing the rares. Last but not least, TA, Twilight Arbor. So path 1 or up, like every other dungeon, you'll get a choice of what path you'll want to take. This gives you the option of up, which is path 1 for this dungeon. Now path 1 takes around 15 to 20 minutes. Linen scrap can be found more often in this dungeon, more so than others. Now in addition to the typical 26 silver, you can achieve a daily chest reward of 1 gold like every other dungeon. Now the reason why you don't want to go do path 2 or path 3 is because of the boss fights. They can be very difficult, causing many wipes, overall making these paths very time consuming. Here you guys have it, the 3 fastest and easiest dungeons to do. Also covered in this video were ways to really optimize farming high selling tier 6 mats